afternoon, everybody, on this Saturday, February 6th. It is 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'll show you what we were doing today. I'm gonna use visual aids. I got up at like 8:20, I think it was 8:20. I didn't go to sleep until 2:30. We actually watched, what did we watch first? Nicholas picked out Suicide Squad, so we watched Suicide Squad, and then after Suicide Squad we watched The Interview with a Vampire. And that took us until 2:15 in the morning, and then went to sleep pretty quickly because I was tired. And then we woke up at like 8:20. Anyway, you guys can see over here, there's snow on here, and I'm in flip-flops, so I'm not gonna walk in the snow. However, I will zoom you in maybe a little bit. John and Neil, can we see? Let me go on the steps. John and Neil went and got a whole bunch of mulch today, and that piece of rubber right there, that's rubber. That was not obviously part of the mulch, but, whoops, sorry. John put that there to dry out. It was over top of the, gosh darn it, there's John's truck. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there is a wood rack right there. I can't because it's so zoomed in, but like that little black tubing there, it is windy and cold, sorry. That little black tubing there was sitting over here in front of the garage door, and that piece of rubber was on top of it. Anyway, everywhere the rubber is, it was mulch. So John and Neil got a large bit of mulch today. We put it on top of the snow. I'm not that worried about it. Because the snow's just gonna melt and the mulch will still be there, so I'm fine with that. They also moved the trailer over. The trailer was sitting over there in front of the garage door, so they moved that over here. The reason why is because those garage doors are getting replaced on Wednesday. The guys are coming out on Wednesday to replace them. So, holy moly, that wind is cold. I'm gonna go inside. If I'm having a bad hair day, it's because I showered before I went out to rake the mulch, and then it's windy, so I had a bunch of wind blowing my hair all over the place. Anyway, I was doing a little bit of work while they were moving the stuff around. Oh my gosh, my hair. While they were moving the stuff around, I was in the garage condensing everything to the far end of the garage, the back of the garage, so that the people could come in on Wednesday and move or replace the garage doors
with new ones.
With new ones. So we're getting the whole kit and caboodle, the new rails, new doors, new movers, what are they, garage door openers. They're all getting, it's entirely getting replaced because the doors are bent. The rails probably could be reused, but I don't know because they might not fit the doors that we bought. But anyway, totally replacing that on Wednesday. The other 3 garage doors need replaced as well, but that is gonna have to wait because we don't have the money for that right now. So, and yeah, so that has to wait. But I was in the garage moving stuff out of the way so that we could get the garage doors installed on Wednesday and they would have plenty of space. So actually what was interesting was I was walking around in there and I was like, you know what? It's not really that messy still. Like, we're not far off being able to park our cars in there. There's about a dozen and a half boxes out there that need taken care of. And in the basement, there is about 8 or 10 boxes, depending, and some of them are like half full and stuff. So overall, we're not that far off from being completely unpacked. So that's good. We still have to finish the den. I've got 4 boxes, I think, or 5 boxes in the bedroom. My office is a mess. And then the dozen and a half or so boxes in the garage, the barn, and then Neil's garage needs cleaned out. So overall, it's not too bad. But it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm going to go to a few grocery stores to get some things. Some of the stuff, I just need like 2 things and I'm done. And they're sales, so I'm trying to save money. Wise has their chunky soups, the cans of chunky soup for 99 cents this weekend only. It's part of their like Super Bowl specials. I don't know why chunky soup is a Super Bowl special, but it is.
Super Bowl, get it?
Ha ha ha. John said Super Bowl, B-O-W-L. Ha ha ha. Anyway, so anyway, I didn't get that. That's probably it. They're being funny. Anyhow, so they're like 99 cents just this weekend, and they're not usually like the chunky soups. The Progressos in this area are usually around $1.50 to $1.60 a can when they're not on sale. Sometimes you can get them for $1, but usually more like $1.25 is like the sales price. The chunkies though are usually like $1.85. They're more expensive than the Progressos. So if I can get a you know, a handful, two dozen, or I mean a dozen, you have to buy 6 to get the 99-cent price. So if we buy like a half a dozen to a dozen boxes at $1 a box, or cans at $1 a can, that's a nice, that's like almost what, like 75% savings, because they're usually like $1.85, somewhere in that range. 85%. That's what it is. 85 cents a can. I don't know, whatever. Percentages are not my specialty, obviously. Anyhow, so I want to stop at Wise to get those. Wise is kind of like all over the central part of Pennsylvania. It's headquartered in Sunbury, Pennsylvania. And then Giant, because I forget what I needed to get at Giant. There was a couple things I needed to get at Giant. I can probably skip Walmart, but I need to go to Sam's Club. So I've got about a dozen things at Sam's Club that I need to pick up. I'm gonna do a small fruit tray, a small veggie tray, a small meat and cheese tray, and then we're getting the wings. I wanted to make that peanut butter dip, but my nephew is MIA. Well, he's not actually missing. John actually texted his sister, was like, hey, I asked your son for this recipe.
I sent you that recipe.
Oh, you got it?
I did.
Okay, cool.
Send it to me.
All right, so my sister-in-law sent it. My nephew didn't want to send it, I guess. I don't know what's going on there, but he didn't want to send it. So we got the recipe. So I'm okay. I'm gonna get pretzels too, so I can make the peanut butter cream cheese dip. And then, so I'll have fruit and peanut butter cream cheese dip as like the sweets. We'll have veggies and meat and cheese and wings. And then we're gonna have chips and dip. And that's gonna be our Super Bowl party. I'm making all this stuff. I have to keep it limited, like, because we're literally having the 4 of us. Neil's girlfriend's gonna be over. And then
coworkers.
2 of John's coworkers. One has a boyfriend she's bringing. Those are the 2 people who came over on New Year's. And then the other guy has a son who's in like high school. Now he's on the spectrum. He's actually high functioning, but not at the same time. It's hard to explain. He can understand what you're saying, but like he's also kind of like disconnected at the same time. Nice kid, but he's kind of like in his own little world. But he can communicate with you. So it's hard to explain, but he is on the spectrum. So anyway, so we're basically having 5 people over in addition to us 4. So we're gonna have 9 people here. So I just have to keep it limited. I'm definitely not gonna make as big of a, you know, serving of the dip that my nephew makes. He makes this huge bowl. I'm probably gonna cut it into a quarter and like that's it of what I'm gonna use. And then I'm just gonna have like 1 plate size of fruit, 1 plate size of veggies, and 1 plate size of meat and cheese. So that's gonna be it. And then a bag of chips and a bag of pretzels, and then the wings. So yeah. Anyway, I've been rattling on for a while. I'm gonna go ahead and put the camera down. We're gonna go to the grocery store and pick up a bunch of stuff, and like, not a bunch of stuff. Like I said, I have about a dozen things at Sam's Club. I've got like 2 or 3 things at Wise because their sodas are on sale. Buy 2, get 2 for free. A couple of things at Giant. And like I said, I'm probably gonna skip Walmart. I'm probably not gonna go to Walmart today. So anyway, I'm gonna go and get this stuff done so we can get home. And then we have to clean up the kitchen, which isn't terribly messy. Like we've got a couple of things that have to come up. Like these are water filters. Our house, when we bought it, has a reverse osmosis filter system downstairs. So that's what that whole section is right there. That's all filters. And then that's the garlic that was spilling up our bedroom for the longest time. And then there's a couple things here. We've got some paper and stuff here on the counter. And then the table over there has a big stack of paper. So it's not like a horrendous mess. It's gonna take us hours and hours and hours to clean. But it probably will take John and I, just the 2 of us, maybe half an hour, 45 minutes to get it cleaned up. So, but that's where we're gonna focus our energy for the rest of today when we have energy. So then after that, I think it's a fight. Is it what's on TV tonight?
UFC.
It's UFC. So I think John's gonna watch UFC, and I think I will take that opportunity to edit some vlogs. So anyway, that's where we're at. John and Neil did a very good job of getting mulch today.
No, we didn't.
So
All your idea.
John said no, we didn't. But we're doing a good job getting mulch. We got to get some dirt to fill in just pretty much where that piece of rubber is. We need to get some dirt because that's where the greenhouse is going to go. So we've got probably a foot deep of mulch there. It's going to be deeper in some areas than in others, obviously, because the ground was like slanted down. It's still slanted down, but we tried to get that pretty level. But we're going to probably have to put another, I don't know, 6 inches or foot or so of dirt on top of that. And then we're going to put the greenhouse. So, yeah. And then the rest of that, I don't know that we're going to fill any of that up with dirt. We had originally talked about filling it up with mulch and then putting dirt on top. I don't know that that's necessary. I think we might just fill it up with mulch because the mulch is doing a fantastic job actually with I mean, John came up with that idea and it's just brilliant. So it's free and it's just taking our time pretty much moving it back and forth. So I think when it's all said and done, having most of that just set up with mulch is going to be just fine. The biggest problem is that there's not going to be any bugs in it really for the chickens to eat. Once we get the chickens in place. So anyway, it's coming along. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this grocery shopping done, and then we're gonna come home and spend a little bit of time cleaning, and then I'm gonna edit. So that's probably gonna be the rest of the day. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.